Chat is okay. Good morning. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let us continue with the revision session of 2018 question paper. So we people have completed 6 marks, one question, and 2 marks completely. And today we are continuing with 6 marks questions. The third question is about differentiate between physical goods and services. Yeah, truly speaking, they are completely asking a question clearly about how do you differentiate that physical goods with this intangible services. That is so clear. Okay. So yes, of course, we have made a list. Since this is a 6 marks question, we have made six differentiations here. Tangible and intangible. Second thing is about tangible benchmarks. So benchmark is almost like a target, what you are trying to fix it up. Very much sure that how many quantum of goods you have sold in the market, that can be countable very easily. Okay, that's the reason tangible benchmark. That's the second point, correct? So here into the services, for how many consumers they have been satisfied with your work, that should be considered as a benchmark, correct? So maybe I'm teaching 26, 27 students here in this platform currently, where how many of my students have been satisfied? Maybe it is going to be a bit question mark, correct? So it is almost such like intangible aspects. When the pure services are going to take place, it is completely depending upon mindset of customers. Customers should be ready mentally to receive that service. Then only satisfaction will be there with them. Okay. So third point is about consumption of goods and services. Separately, it is possible. Okay, but here inseparable in nature, where production and consumption of service should take place in the same place. Okay, and the fourth point is about production happens first and consumption next. That is in the goods, physical goods, whereas services, production and consumption should take place together. Okay, so I cannot teach alone without my students, right? So it's almost like we're inseparable in nature. And the next thing is about in case of consumer goods is where sometime it's not a part of a production process. Ready-made, it will be available, and we are going to sell it out. Correct? Into the physical goods. But here, into the services, ready-made, nothing is available. Everything what we are going to deliver in front of our clients, that's going to be called as service. Maybe you're selling product. You may tell a number of things such like, sir, I'm selling a TV which is purely product. But even your consumer also had his own options, no? While buying that particular TV, correct? So he has many of the brands, many of the configurations. Why and how made you to influence him in terms of buying that TV only? Don't you think so? That is your efforts as a service, correct? That's the reason production and consumption is going to it happen simultaneously. Okay, and even with the production process, where consumer is a part of that consumption, of that production. Okay, services is almost like a customized based upon consumer. We are producing and we are serving for him. And the last point is about standardized. Yes. So one of the standard has been mentioned and maintained in goods, and that is going to be a full and final. And for that only, most of the products, they are going to take patent for the specifications of that particular product, correct? Whereas services, it varies. It varies from one client to another client. Okay, because perceptions, expectations are going to get differ with the clients, correct? So that's how the third question we have completed. And come to the next question, that's about the functions of a travel agent. Yeah, it comes to the question, functions of travel agent. Basically, he does his business even with respect to the amount of queries and complaints, whatever clients will be having, he's going to receive it. Maybe he's going to support the clients in terms of managing a better amount of transportation facilities through visa, passport, correct? Even he may go for offering some of the holidays, insurance is going to sell it off. Maybe holiday packages, correct? So even with respect to the amount of the promotional materials and displays, he's going to put selling hoardings in front of his office, and even he's going to provide pamphlets, leaflets, correct? Even TV ads will be there for these holiday packages, correct? So all these things are the list of functions, even managing budget also, because every client may not be having a fixed budget. As according to uh, the customer's budget, you need to customize even this traveling activities. That's also one of the function of traveling agent. And the fifth question is about healthcare services. Yes, basically transparency and cost, whatever it is there, that is the first problem in healthcare services. Because when we are going to start thinking about our life, maybe in case if you are going to take the comparison, we may bargain with a vegetable vendor, but we never bargain with a doctor, because human life is so valuable, correct? So cost and transparency is a biggest question mark. Second thing, it's about customers experience. Yeah, truly speaking, most of the time, whatever the hospital services, healthcare services will be there, that's going to be there with the probability of getting success, how much ever it will be there, as equivalent to that, even probability of failure also will be there, correct? So customer experience is also one of the biggest question, where people they are going to feel little bit difficult, feel little bit change, even about a transformation, yes, into the system of this medical world, how you are going to make a transformation of a patient to become a proper amount of person, correct? So all these things, it is not going to take place within a day or two. Maybe in case if a person is suffering from fever, cold, cough, maybe that is also not going to complete, or that's also not going to get cured within an hour or two, correct? It may take a day, 2 days, even a week period of the time, correct? So yes, delivery system transformation is one of the problem with the healthcare services. Even with respect to the amount of data access, yeah, basically consumers they are not in a position to read what exactly it is happening with this particular patient in the hospital. Majority of the time, maybe a doctor is going to visit in a day, maybe once or twice, correct? So when the doctor is available in front of you, maybe you may ask the question with him, But if you're going to start reading the case history of that particular patient, maybe you may not able to understand that file, because every normal person may not able to understand the doctor's prescription or else doctor's opinion, what he has written, correct? So many of the technical obstacles, whatever we do have, because that's not a general knowledge. That's under the medicines, what I'm talking. Okay, that's a specialization, what the doctor has learned. Okay, even about holistic individual health, very much sure. It is quite precious, and we people are respecting that individual health. Okay, but how much of the concentration is being taken by that doctor over the patient? That is the biggest question. That's the reason they are highlighting this as a problem associated. Okay, even about healthcare leadership. Basically, whatever the number of amount of revolutions being taken place till today, it is for the particular point of view of a product. Maybe sometime even for food, revolutions have been taken place. Maybe for the property, revolutions have been taken place. Maybe for getting independence for a country, revolutions have been taken place. But for the life of a human being, yeah, till today, revolutions have not been taken place. That's the thing which has been highlighted as like maybe we Indians are so expert that we can have a control over virus in our computer very easily. But this biological virus, corona, maybe we are not in a position to hold that control. Correct? Yeah. So healthcare service is having its own precious element where probably pros and cons will always be there. But the question here, which has been appeared, is concerned with the cons. Okay, the problems what we people have mentioned it here. Anyway, thank you so much. We will discuss about this IT years of in the growth of the economy. We will discuss that in the next session. Thank you.